Quick look outside, everyone. I'll let you know what to expect on a windier, wetter, and cooler day ahead. That's coming up.
Plus, while Narcan has saved plenty of lives, first responders say it still has significant limitations. And a new thrift store has opened up in Hermiston designed to provide clothes for children from birth to adolescence. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine on this Thursday morning. Did you get outside and enjoy that sunshine yesterday?
I did enjoy that sunshine. What about you?
Oh my goodness, I did a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, just a bit.
Well, I hope you enjoy your day today because it's your birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday, yes. Another travel around the sun. Thank you so much, Jill. And again, we're looking at an interesting day on my birthday, so I think that's all right. Let's take a quick look outside. We do have some shower activity in places, so do get ready for that. Again, scattered showers today and tomorrow, and we have a wind advisory for many of our areas, save for Yakima and Ellensburg, into our evening hours to tomorrow. Very early in the morning, though. Winds will be sticking with us tomorrow. We have snow in the Blue Mountain region. We have a little bit of shower activity, Walla Walla, Pendleton area. A little bit went through actually the Toppenish region, but that has died down. So we're keeping an eye on more shower activity this morning. And again, it's going to be the epitome of scattered showers today and then tomorrow. So get ready for some sunshine as well. Cooler highs were about 5 degrees cooler than we were yesterday, so around 53, 55 for the Yakima region. Upper 50s for the Tri-Cities area. And again, heavier winds for the Tri-Cities, 20 to 30 mile per hour. That's also good for Walla Walla. So an interesting day today after that perfect Wednesday yesterday. But again, yesterday was very spring-like, but today definitely is very spring-like as well. I'll get you prepared for that and what's coming in this weekend, my forecast. But for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. When it comes to EMS calls, if someone overdoses, naloxone, also known as Narcan, can usually reverse the effects of opioids and save lives. But Cap KVUE's Emily Goodell spoke to first responders in Yakima County who say while it's a tool they need, it's not a solution to dealing with addiction.
This basically goes in every call. Right here is the Narcan.
The opioid reversal drug has become a staple for first responders. In rural West Valley, they use it once or twice a month.
Pretty amazing to see someone go from lifeless, essentially dead, to back to awake and talking with us.
In the city of Selah, it's used a little more frequently.
If I had to guess, maybe 5 to 6 a month in Selah.
But it has its limits, like the type of drug.
It has to be an opioid. It doesn't work on benzodiazepines or marijuana, alcohol. It doesn't work on anything like that.
The dosage.
It's about a 15-minute fix, and so it has to be re-administered multiple times, a lot of times.
The follow-up care.
There is a potential for them to overdose as the Narcan wears off. So going to the hospital is always the best idea.
And sometimes it's just not enough.
We have Narcan many people who have ended up going to the coroner's office that day, and we cannot save everyone. Some of these more potent drugs, Narcan just doesn't touch them.
It's also expensive.
We bought a case in August. A case has 24 doses for almost $600.
$4,200 is what we spent on Narcan last year. We don't have any grant funding or anything like that.
Individuals can often get free Narcan through programs that use state funding, but first responders have to budget for it.
Whatever money they're using to buy all that Narcan, it would be handy if they just provided that to the fire departments and the ambulance companies.
But the chief says even that is not a long-term solution.
This is a tool, but it's definitely not a save-all, and I think there are a lot of people legislatively and everywhere that think, you know, the more Narcan we have out there, the better off we are. And we start focusing on that when we probably need to focus on the issues that actually started with the drugs and work our way down from there.
In Yakima County, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE Local News.
In Washington State, you can also order Narcan online and have it shipped to your house for free. Franklin County Fire District 3 provides fire and life safety services to more than 8,000 people in the North Franklin County area. In 2022, the fire district responded to more than 800 calls, 50% of which were for EMS. That was a record number of responses for the district. Over time, the levy rate has fallen from $1.27 to $1.04, while they say call volumes has increased by nearly 50%. Without voters lifting the lid, the district can only bring it up by 1% per year. Fire Chief Mike Harris says explains that they're asking voters to consider voting to lift it to cover rising costs due to inflation and a higher call volume.
It doesn't leave much room set aside for reserves, for capital, or for equipment. We spend all of our money that we get, so we don't have money set aside for fire station remodels, new construction we might need, or buying new fire trucks or ambulances.
They're also hoping to bring in another firefighter to the district with this levy. The fire district is asking voters to consider raising the fire levy by 30 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value later this year. The Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual meeting and awards luncheon yesterday afternoon at the Three Rivers Convention Center. It started with a sponsor expo. The chamber then presented awards, looked back on successes from last year, and looked forward to upcoming projects. The 2023 Tri-City Regional Chamber Board Chair was introduced at the lunch.
And congratulations to all of the award recipients. 2022 was a phenomenal year for many businesses, and we're honored to recognize their accomplishments and what a great group of organizations was selected. So congratulations to you all.
Some of the awards included local businesses on a roll, the Chamber Impact Awards, the Chamber Star recipient, and a new nonprofit on a roll award. For clothes and accessories for preemies through age 14 and maternity, a Hermiston shop just had its grand opening. It has affordable prices for every age. It's called Kids Corner, and Cap KVU's Riley Fitzgerald says it's one of a kind for the area.
Middle school teacher Mandy Parsons says she's an on-a-whim type person. Deciding to run a business is something she says she's always wanted to do, but has never done before.
And when I get an inspiration, I kind of run with it.
This business isn't something that's been in the works for a long time. In fact, it hasn't been more than a few months.
Probably like the beginning of January, and then we opened our doors February 1st. So it was, yeah, that's kind of how I work.
While Parsons is the owner, one of her daughters manages the store. Parsons never owned a business before, but she says once the idea started coming, it didn't stop until it was real. She says there was a need in Hermiston for a type of business she saw where she used to live, an affordable space to buy clothes and accessories for babies, kids, and maternity.
And so what I wanted to provide to the community was something that was priced to where everybody could afford it, because clothing your kiddos is not cheap.
Parsons says everything on the racks are either new or gently used and priced around 50 cents to $5. Because the process has been so fast, she wants people to know that they're open and ready to be a resource for the community. Doors are open Tuesday through Friday and every third Saturday of the month from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. In Hermiston, Riley Fitzgerald, Cap KVU Local News.
If you have kids' clothes that you no longer need, Parsons says you can bring them in for store credit. Kids Corner is located at 145 Southwest Street in Hermiston, Oregon. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, we have big changes coming this Thursday. Cooler temperatures, windy conditions, and occasional showers, snow in the mountains. A lot to talk about. My full forecast is coming right up.
Plus, Gonzaga is on the hunt for another trip to the Elite Eight as they face off against UCLA later today.
The biggest ladies' night of the year is coming to Legends Casino Hotel on April 1st. Direct from the Las Vegas Strip, it's the world-famous men of Hunks, the show. This high-energy show will ignite your senses and captivate your imagination. So ladies, get your friends together and make plans for the ultimate girls' night out. Hunks, the show, April 1st at Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the casino gift shop. Legends Casino Hotel, because fun is how we roll.
We protect your house.
We're gonna do it!
And your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want you to take me to Funky Town.
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's the Educated Cigar. 415 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's the Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
From Camp K-View, this is Medically Speaking.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
The Seattle Sea Dragons battle Orlando, Saturday morning at 10 on Camp K-View.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 6:10 on this Thursday morning, and the Gonzaga Bulldogs, they're waking up in Sin City this morning as they prep for their Sweet 16 matchup versus UCLA later tonight. After cutting things close versus TCU last time out, the Bulldogs and Bruins are running back their 2021 nail-biter that ended up with Jalen Suggs sinking the game-winning bucket to send Gonzaga to the national championship. And despite a 20-point victory over UCLA last year in the exact same building, they're playing today. The Zags are 1.5-point underdogs as they attempt to go for their 4th Elite Eight appearance in 6 years. That should be a whale of a game. Coming up, rates are on the rise once again as the Fed decides on another interest hike. And folks, I'll return with your full first alert forecast. A lot of changes happening today. I'll get you prepared for what's to come and look at the weekend as well. Stick with us. You're watching Good Morning Northwest.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is. Bring your friends. Good Morning America. GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
Next ET, paging Grey's Anatomy fans, our exclusive with Hospital Chief Kim Raver doing something she's never done before.
I was like, okay, here we go.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Camp K-View.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Let's go, Wolves. Load up.
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Wherever you go, a Ford Explorer is the key to survival. Get 0% APR for 36 months on an in-stock 2022 Explorer. Only at your local Ford dealer.
It's the Mega RV Spring Fling event this Thursday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Mega RV Spring Fling event Thursday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
The Beach Boys, the Demolition Derby, and the PRCA Rodeo, all part of this summer's Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. Tickets go on sale March 31st, but Camp K-View is giving them away now. Click on contests at yaktrynews.com to enter.
You know, I went to like 8 courses for meditating. It's a lot of work.
Mark meditates. It's so irritating.
Next time, Kiefer Sutherland and Dove Cameron.
Today at 9 on Camp K-View. The Seattle Sea Dragons battle Orlando Saturday morning at 10 on Cap KView. Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful Wednesday and a nice morning so far. We have quite a few changes today, quite a bit of wind. You're already seeing it in the Mid-Columbia, in the Blues. It's going to build up as the day goes on. Mountain snow into Saturday morning and scattered showers for our city. So a little of everything. Right now we're seeing just a little bit of shower activity trying to come through Toppenish and Prosser. If it does hit your area, it will be very quick. We're seeing a little more sustained showers in the periphery of Pendleton and in Walla Walla. We're going to see those showers start to build up a bit. Also, we have a winter weather advisory for the Cascades, 6 to 21 inches possible above 2,500 feet, 6 to 10 inches in the upper elevations of the Blues. That is good from late this morning to early on Saturday. So in our future cast, here's what we're looking at. More shower activity kind of clinging to the Blue Mountain region. Could see a little bit in the Tri-Cities. Then as we head into our afternoon hours, we're going to see a few showers roll through Ellensburg and Yakima, and then kind of sticking again, some heavy cells along the Blue Mountain region. Those will move along. Then as we head into Friday morning, maybe a little bit of light snow. That will move along quickly because we are much, much warmer, but more snow into the Blues, more snow into the Cascades, and then scattered showers for your Friday evening. And then we'll finally see things start to settle down as we get into Saturday. So we're keeping a close eye on all that precipitation. So scattered showers your next 2 days. So for our temperatures, we are having windy conditions from the southwest that's warming many of our areas up. We're in the mid to lower 40s, a couple upper 30s in there, but still warmer than it was yesterday, but not as warm as it was Tuesday morning. So our highs, we're going to continue to be well below our average after today. We're going to take a serious dip as we head into our weekend, then recover just a bit in our next work week. But for Sunday and Saturday, this is for the Tri-Cities. We're going to be in the mid to upper 40s to lower 50s, so cool temperatures on the way. We also have a wind advisory starting tonight at 5 until 2 a.m. tomorrow morning for most of our areas, say for Yakima and Kittitas counties. 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, 45 mile per hour gusts. So it's going to be a blustery evening. And we're going to see those winds slow down a bit into tomorrow. So we're still double digits for Hermiston, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, Connell, and those winds are just going to build throughout our day. And again, heavy winds today, a little less tomorrow, most likely 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. And then we're going to slow down into our weekend and into our next work week. So folks, a lot going on. Mid 50s today for the Yakima, Toppenish areas. Those are about 5 degrees cooler than yesterday, 51 for Ellensburg. Upper 50s to mid 50s for the Mid-Columbia, and sticking where we were yesterday in those mid 50s for the Blues. A little bit more shower activity for the Blues. So Yakima area, we have more sunshine than not on the way, but still some scattered showers today, tomorrow possible. We are going to be cooling down into our next work week. It's going to take us a bit to get warmer, so we got to have some patience during spring. In the Tri-Cities, much cooler as well for your weekend. And again, scattered showers possible today, tomorrow, and maybe even into Saturday morning. So folks, get ready for a very different day from yesterday. We're a little cooler. We're going to see winds, especially tonight, and scattered showers throughout your day and tomorrow. But still, a fine Thursday is on the way.
Now to the economy. The Federal Reserve has approved another quarter-point interest rate hike in its ongoing effort to curb inflation. That means it will cost Americans even more to borrow money and even to carry credit card debt. The Fed's decision comes as financial regulators work to bolster the global banking system following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and others. ABC's Justin Finch has more from Washington.
At the close of its two-day meeting, the Federal Reserve announcing another interest rate hike.
We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal.
The Fed approving a quarter-point core interest rate increase, its ninth consecutive rate boost since March of last year.
If we need to raise rates higher, we will.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell describing the central bank's efforts to cool inflation as a bumpy process, one he knows Americans will feel. The latest rate increase raising the already higher cost of credit card debt, auto loans, small business loans, home loans, and mortgages after 8 previous hikes. This Fed decision even more closely watched following the back-to-back failures of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. The Fed, the FDIC, and the Treasury working together to give account holders of those failed banks full access to their money.
Our banking system is sound and resilient with strong capital and liquidity. We are committed to learning the lessons from this episode and to work to prevent events like this from happening again.
And so we're watching the Fed deploy simultaneous solutions to two critical concerns, using its regulatory power to shore up financial institutions while hiking interest rates to cool for inflation. Workers at a Starbucks in Seattle picketed the coffee shop as they went on strike Wednesday. It was just one scene of many across the nation as 2,000 employees at more than 100 stores plan to do the same. It comes before the company's annual shareholder meeting later today. Also, next week, Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz is scheduled to testify before a Senate committee on claims his company is trying to bust unions. Right now, more than 290 Starbucks have organized, with union membership reaching 7,500 workers. But management has refused to negotiate with them, negating the collective bargaining power that is the main point of having a union in the first place. After several years of booming home prices that pushed many people out of the housing market, new data shows house prices are declining for the first time in more than a decade. So what can first-time home buyers do to take advantage? This morning, Shelley Malashi has us take a look at 3 things one money coach recommends.
Good news for first-time home buyers. House prices just ended a 10-year streak, marking the first monthly year-over-year price drop since 2012.
A lot of home buyers or prospective home buyers all across the country are really going to welcome this good news.
According to a new report from the National Association of Realtors, the median price of a U.S. home in February was $363,000. That's down 0.2% from the same month last year. Experts say the decline may be small, but it marks a turning point for the industry.
That's a welcome sign that perhaps all of the peak in the pricing, it's starting to bottom out a little bit.
The report coming in spring, the peak buying season, when buyers who have been sidelined by demand and soaring prices are motivated to make deals quickly. So what can you do if you're finally ready to buy? Money coach Lynette Calfani-Cox has these 3 tips. 1. Line up the cash. Figure out which loan you qualify for, either a conventional mortgage or a government-insured loan like an FHA, and then calculate your down payment.
You can put down as little as 3 or 3.5% and still get in the home of your dreams. And that's good news to people who don't have, a hefty amount of savings.
Number 2, get your financial paperwork in order. Gather your tax returns, W-2s, and bank statements. And 3, work on your credit score, which impacts the interest rate on your home loan. Check your credit report for any errors and pay off existing debt to boost your score.
That's a great opportunity for you to look really good on paper to a lender.
Another big factor on mortgage rates is the Federal Reserve's benchmark interest rate. As mentioned earlier on Wednesday, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell announced the Fed was raising the interest rate by 1/4 point. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, March is National Blood Clot Awareness Month. And when we come back, we'll tell you what to keep an eye out for.
What are the biggest operational challenges on your farm? Data management and displays? Navigating the John Deere Operations Center? Equipment setup and in-field adjustments? If you have precision agriculture questions, we have the Precision Ag Answers. Join RDO Equipment Company's team of experts for Precision Ag Answers, a collection of videos covering John Deere precision ag technology. Everything from quick tips to basic how-tos and in-depth tutorials.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we have the big buildings and 22 acres.
I'm very passionate about helping families get into an RV that they can go make memories and
be excited about going anywhere. It's just a beautiful lifestyle for them.
At home, you have the distractions and you don't get the same interaction as a family, so I really enjoyed that aspect of what we do here.
At Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun!
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. And with the lunch special starting as low as $10.49 for a 2-topping Pee-wee pizza and a medium drink, why go anywhere else? delicious, mouth-watering food with only the freshest ingredients. It's lunchtime and I'm going to Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Prosser Women's Health Center OBGYN Dr. Heidi Weaver provides the full spectrum of obstetrics and gynecological care, including pregnancy care and help for menstrual disorders and endometriosis. Her services also include infertility treatments. If you struggle to conceive, there is hope. Schedule an appointment today with Dr. Heidi Weaver at the Prosser Women's Health Center by calling 509-786-0031 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
The Seattle Sea Dragons battle Orlando Saturday morning at 10 on Cap KVUE.
Every 6 minutes, someone dies of a blood clot in the U.S., according to the National Blood Clot Alliance. Doctors say blood clots can happen to anyone at any age. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
It was a big shock to me.
Husband and father of two, Tom Buffalano, has always been a physically active person. Back in 2017, Buffalano was in his 50s, coaching runners for an upcoming marathon when he notices something's not right.
I was stopping every couple of 100 yards to catch my breath.
Buffalano says his condition worsened over the next couple of months, and when he couldn't make it up a set of stairs, he went to the emergency room.
It was an overwhelming feeling that I just couldn't breathe.
He says after hours of tests, doctors scanned for blood clots.
Blood clots can happen anywhere in the body, and what's more concerning is that blood clot can then travel or embolize to other parts of the body, which can lead to fatal injuries.
Buffalano suffered from a pulmonary embolism, blood clots that travel to the lungs. The clot had started in his leg.
You know, when you're physically fit, you think it's many other things, and you Google symptoms, and it comes up with everything. It never came up with blood clots.
The cardiologist at the hospital prescribed Buffalano blood thinners for 6 months. Then he got back to running. 3 years later, he experienced something all too familiar. He was suffering from another pulmonary embolism.
I knew immediately what it was, and I went to the hospital. It was worse the second time around.
Buffalano considers himself lucky, surviving pulmonary embolisms twice.
I think about my blood clots every day. I think about how they affected me when I had them, my recovery, and I think about what I can do to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Some risk factors for blood clots include, but are not limited to, recent travel when you're sitting for a long period of time, recent surgery, medications that contain estrogen, pregnancy, cancer, recent COVID-19 infection, and genetics. But doctors say it's still possible to develop a blood clot without any of those risk factors.
It's important to remember the signs and symptoms: pain, warmth, swelling, especially if it's one leg and not the other.
And if you're experiencing sudden breathlessness, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, coughing with blood, and fainting, go to the ER.
Blood clots can kill you. And if you have any indication that you might have blood clots, you need to go to the emergency room ASAP, and you need to advocate for yourself.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Coming up next, the body has been found of a student suspected in a shooting in Denver, Colorado.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. For a limited time, you can upgrade to the stylish design of American Leather's Comfort Sleeper Silver and Today's Sleeper and enjoy the lowest prices of the year with delivery in as little as 6 weeks. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good, you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Next Extra, Pink peels back the layers.
If I was like an abused puppy, I would lash out.
She talks about facing her demons, the life lessons that she's taught her kids, and her big regret about Christina Aguilera. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KVUE. This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit.
In the midst of multiple investigations into possible criminal activity, former President Donald Trump takes aim at GOP opponent Ron DeSantis. And a body has been found after a massive manhunt for the student suspected of shooting 2 administrators at a high school.
And we're starting to see some sunshine this morning, a windy, cooler, and occasionally wet Thursday is ahead. I'll get you prepared.
From Cap KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Happy Thursday. We're inching to that weekend, Jill. Yes. Always makes me happy. We got more basketball today. Gonzaga's playing tonight.
Yeah, very exciting.
And maybe it's a good time to stay indoors because we're going to have a little bit of an interesting day as opposed to what we saw yesterday. Quick look outside. Beautiful conditions. Starting out, folks, we do have some cloud coverage. We do have some shower activity. But we're going to see some sunshine today as well. We also have winds. You're going to notice heavier winds in the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region already. We're seeing snow in the Blue Mountain region, and we have a little bit of shower activity going on, Pendleton, Walla Walla, and just scattered through our areas. And we're going to have scattered showers, scattered rain mostly for the next couple of days. So we have a winter weather advisory for the Blues and for the Cascades starting later on this morning. We also have a wind advisory except for Yakima and Ellensburg. So a lot going on today, folks. Again, some sunshine, but a little bit of shower activity is going to be sprinkled in there. Mid-50s for Yakima, upper 50s for the Tri-Cities. So we're about 5 to 3 degrees off our highs from yesterday. Along the Blues, some more shower activity this morning, and then some in the evening hours or late afternoon hours, mid-50s, just like yesterday. So folks, get ready. Again, windy, occasionally wet, and cooler Thursdays ahead. That is for Friday as well. I'll get you ready for that in my forecast coming up. But for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
An urgent manhunt overnight after a school shooting in Colorado, just weeks after a deadly shooting near the same school. Police say a student opened fire on 2 school administrators before fleeing the scene. And overnight, word came that officers have found the suspect's car. A body was also found. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
This morning, the manhunt for a school shooting suspect in Colorado coming to an end after police found the suspect's body near his car about 50 miles from the school.
The body is in the woods.
It's going to take a little while to get the scene processed.
Police say 17-year-old Austin Lyle opened fire at East High School yesterday, wounding 2 administrators.
That's crazy.
They say Lyle is a student who underwent daily pat-downs because of previous behavioral issues. They did not elaborate on those previous issues.
This particular student actually had a safety plan that was in place where they were to be searched at the beginning of the school day every day. They had been searched previously to today and had never had a weapon on them before. However, today, during that search, which took place away from other students, away from other school staff, they did produce that weapon and fire shots.
This shooting comes just 6 weeks after a student was shot near the same high school and later died from his injuries.
I rushed over here for the 4th time this year to get my son out of a lockdown.
Administrators now say armed officers will be stationed at high schools in Denver for the rest of the school year. Officers were removed from the schools back in 2020 in the wake of the police killing of George Floyd, which set off nationwide protests. But since then, a record number of weapons have been found on school property, 200 during the last school year. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
As for the 2 victims of yesterday's shooting, one has been released from the hospital. The other was listed in serious condition last night. It's a decision that could affect more than 150 million Americans and their respective audiences. The Biden administration is threatening to ban the popular video sharing service TikTok in the United States unless some changes are made. The company's CEO, Shou Chew, is scheduled to testify before Congress today, where he's expected to tell House lawmakers that the app's Chinese parent company ByteDance is, quote, not an agent of China. The Biden White House says it may prohibit the use of TikTok in the U.S. unless the app splits from ByteDance, citing the service could pose national security concerns. President Joe Biden signed legislation last year that bans using TikTok on federal government devices, and a majority of states have followed suit with similar mandates on their level. The bans were dismissed by a TikTok official as, quote, little more than political theater. New developments are expected today in 2 separate investigations involving former President Trump. The more serious development involves those classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago. With the legal pressure on him, Trump is turning to politics, launching a new attack on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. ABC's Jacqueline Lee with more.
This morning, a lawyer representing former President Trump in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case is preparing to appear before a grand jury. A panel of judges yesterday rejected Trump's effort to block his lawyer, Evan Corcoran, from testifying. It comes after a judge determined there's compelling preliminary evidence that Trump knowingly misled his attorneys so they would file a sworn statement, even though he knew it was false. Sources say Corcoran is expected to turn over documents as soon as today. Meanwhile, barricades surrounding the Manhattan courthouse as the DA investigates whether Trump's hush money to porn star Stormy Daniels broke campaign spending laws. Sources say at least one more witness may be called before the grand jury decides whether to indict Trump. In the meantime, Trump is lashing out at Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, his expected rival in the 2024 presidential race. Trump calling him an average governor, criticizing DeSantis' record on COVID and education, and writing, Ron DeSanctimonious is not working for the people of Florida as he should be. He's too busy chatting with a ratings-challenged TV host from England, desperately trying to rescue his failing campaign.
I don't know how to spell DeSanctimonious. I don't really know what it means, but I kind of like it's long. It's got a lot of vowels. So we'd go with that. That's fine.
In his interview with Piers Morgan, DeSantis appeared to question Trump's leadership.
The way we run the government, I think, is no daily drama, focus on the big picture, and put points on the board, and I think that that's something that's very important.
Back here in New York, the grand jury is expected to reconvene today, where it's possible they'll hear from that additional witness. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, big changes after that perfect Wednesday ahead. We got Wednesday yesterday. We have some sunlight, we have some wind, and some rain to talk about, and cooler temperatures. Your forecast is coming right up.
Plus, a rare animal has been sighted outside of a single mountain range in Oregon for the first time in over 30 years.
The Seattle Sea Dragons battle Orlando Saturday morning at 10 on Cap KView.
We
He's so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS. And Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer.
The crowd go crazy.
The RS family of Chevy SUVs. Definitely worth a follow. Get 2.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Equinox models or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Hey, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes. Welcome home.
All right, we'll see you later. Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work, surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Find your next Mazda at McCurley Mazda and get 2.9% financing.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
It's here. It's now. The Grand National RV Show. R&R RV North Spokane is hosting the Grand National RV Show March 23rd through April 1st. Shop over 120 RVs inside the West Coast's largest indoor showroom. Motorhomes, camper vans, fifth wheels, and trailers. The time to buy is now. The Grand National RV Show. March 23rd through April 1st. Indoors at R&R RV North Spokane. Special show pricing, giveaways, and food vendors on site. Visit rnrrv.com for more info.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
Now, getting the Yak Tri News app is easier than ever. Use your phone to scan the QR code on screen right now and follow the directions, and you'll have Cap KVU Local News 24/7. The Yak Tri News mobile app from Cap KVU Local News.
You know, I went to like 8 courses for meditating. It's a lot of work.
Mark meditates. It's so irritating.
Next 5, Kiefer Sutherland and Dove Cameron.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU.
Welcome back. In Oregon, a rare wolverine sighting near Portland has surprised biologists. Take a look at this.
Yeah, this one was spotted by 2 people who were fishing on the Columbia River near Portland on Monday. Hi, buddy. The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife says the animals are rare and listed as threatened. It is the first confirmed report of a wolverine outside of Oregon's Wallowa Mountain Range in over 30 years.
Officials have installed non-invasive monitoring stations in the area in hopes of capturing more evidence of the elusive creature, but they aren't hopeful that the animal will make an appearance again, saying it's likely the wolverine was leaving the habitat when it was spotted and can travel over 30 miles a day.
I know they're more prevalent in Michigan, but wildlife officials are asking anyone to capture images of the animal to submit them the evidence, and stay away from wolverines as well.
I was going to say,
they are cranky.
You don't want to mess too much with a wolverine. So
no.
If you're taking a picture, take one from a distance.
Yeah, very angry kind of raccoon.
Yeah, or like a raccoon.
Just way to look at it. All right, folks, quick look outside. We got some light, we got some wind, some showers in places. A lot to talk about in forecast. That is next.
And the trial has officially begun for a Kennewick man accused of killing an Everett police officer. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Get the newest spring arrivals at More Furniture for under $45 a month during our exclusive signature-only event. Combine style and sophistication with this contemporary 4-piece bedroom set. Add function to your living room with this convertible sectional featuring storage chaise. And choose from a variety of color, shape, and height options with this dining table and 6 chairs. Get 72 months interest-free financing with no money down and only your signature at More Furniture. Visit morefurniture.com to preview all specials.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products. Fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Welcome to Sage Brewing Company. We're the Tri-Cities premier location for great beer and a laid-back environment. Come and try our new Hanson Park location where we've got a fully covered patio to host you and your four-legged friend. Come for the beer, stay for the fun. We'll see you at Sage Brewing Company.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good one so far, enjoying your breakfast, coffee, whatever this morning. We do have a windy Thursday ahead, already seeing some heavier winds in places. I'll get to that in a bit. We do have mountain snow to talk about into Saturday morning and scattered showers for at least the next 2 days for our areas. Our current look at our radar, just a little bit of shower activity in the periphery of Pendleton and Walla Walla. Just a little cell just to the south of Prosser. So we do expect to see more shower activity this morning and into this evening and into tomorrow. So we have winter weather advisories for the Blue Mountain region and for the Cascades. It's going to start at 11 o'clock this late morning, and into early morning on Saturday. 6 to 10 inches expected. Upper elevations for the Blues, 6 to 21 inches above 2,500 feet for the Cascades. So if you are traveling over the passes anytime soon, please make sure to check conditions. In our Futurecast, we do have more scattered showers, really kind of honing in on Walla Walla and Pendleton. As we move into the afternoon, just quick showers, Ellensburg, Yakima, a little more sustained. Again, along the Blues, some heavier cells in there. Tri-Cities should be a part of the fun as well. Then as we get to Friday, some morning possible light snow between the Tri-Cities and Pendleton, Walla Walla areas. Those will, of course, melt very quickly. And then more scattered showers in the form of rain Friday afternoon. Then those will finally move out. Looks like we'll be a little bit more calm for our weekend, but of course, we're going to keep a close eye on that. So current temperatures, we are warmer than we were yesterday, but not as warm as we were Tuesday morning. We are in the mid to lower 40s, a couple upper 30s in there. So folks, a little bit warmer this morning, but again, quite windy in places. Now our temperatures, they're going to be below our average for this time of year for pretty much the week ahead, aside from today. And this is for the Tri-Cities. So 60 is the average. Going to see lower 50s for the weekend. That means mid to upper 40s to lower 50s for all of our cities. We also have a wind advisory starting this evening into 2 a.m. very early tomorrow. 20 to 30 mile per hour winds for most of our areas, save for Yakima and Ellensburg with 45 mile per hour gusts. So we have some very windy conditions to talk about. And as we head into the rest of our morning hours, they're going to start to build and build. 16 mile per hour right now for Hermiston, just seeing the bulk of it in parts of the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. And again, that will be building up into our evening hours. And we're going to see similar conditions tomorrow, about 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. Then they'll finally slow down for the weekend. Still a little bit breezy though, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our highs today, mid-50s for the Yakima, Toppenish areas, 51 for Ellensburg, about 5 degrees off where we were yesterday for that region. A little cooler for the Mid-Columbia, mid to upper 50s. And over in the Blue Mountain region, we're actually right where we were yesterday in those mid-50s. 7-day forecast, again, scattered showers today, possible tomorrow. We are going to be cooler starting tomorrow and right around that 50-degree mark for really the rest of our week ahead. Overnight lows just under that freezing mark, but still more sunshine than not, but scattered showers possible to start our next work week as well. In the Tri-Cities area, scattered showers really through Saturday morning possible, and we're cooling to the mid to lower 50s for our weekend, mid 50s in our next work week. So for today, winds will be building up, especially for the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region. Scattered showers this morning into our evening, and again, just a bit cooler temperatures and snow in the mountains.
Trial began this week in Snohomish County for a Kennewick man charged with shooting and killing an Everett police officer 1 year ago this weekend. Officer Dan Rocha pulled into a Starbucks parking lot in Everett in March of last year and then approached a man who was moving guns between vehicles. A confrontation ensued and Officer Rocha was shot and killed. Officer Rocha was also run over by a car. An Everett police officer took the stand to testify about what happened. Sergeant David Sinex testified about performing CPR on Officer Rocha, despite being told that Rocha had died.
You know, I could keep his heart beating and his family could see him one more time by me doing CPR, if that's all that was. That's kind of where my mind was. So I took his vest, undid his vest, and just started doing CPR.
Prosecutors accused Richard Rotter of killing Rocha, saying he refused to accept the legal consequences of being a felon in possession of firearms and illegal drugs. Rotter's defense plans to show that mental illness and substance abuse prevented him from premeditating his actions. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the dentist accused of poisoning his wife from one of his former employees.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Courtney Lyons worked in Dr. James Craig's office. Craig, now accused of secretly poisoning his wife by putting arsenic and cyanide in her protein shakes. The once beloved dentist now facing first-degree murder charges.
There's a group of us that all work together that have been on Messenger kind of talking about this because it's hard. It's very hard. It's devastating. That's tonight. Obviously, the evidence is out. It is what it is. You know, we have to accept it, but it's not. It's so shocking. Like we all adored this man. Like we always looked up to him. He was the best. He was funny.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this developing case. Plus, legal expert Dan Abrams weighs in live with your GMA First Look. I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad! Once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to Jason's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. Franklin County Fire District 3 provides fire and life safety services to more than 8,000 people in North Franklin County area. In 2022, the fire district responded to more than 800 calls, 50% of which were for EMS. That was a record number of responses for the district. Over time, the levy rate has fallen from $1.27 to $1.04, while they say call volume has increased by nearly 50%. Without voters lifting the levy lid, the district can only bring it up by 1% per year. Fire Chief Mike Harris explains that they're asking voters to consider voting to lift it to cover rising costs due to inflation and a higher call volume.
It doesn't leave much room set aside for reserves, for capital, or for equipment. We spend all of our money that we get, so we don't have money set aside for fire station remodels, new construction we might need, or buying new fire trucks or ambulances.
They're also hoping to bring in another firefighter to the district with this levy. The fire district is asking voters to consider raising the fire levy by 30 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value later this year. Fire destroyed dozens of boats at a Seattle marina, and police say it was no accident. Video taken early Wednesday morning shows the massive fire. When firefighters arrived, the entire storage facility was ablaze. They say flames reached 70 feet high. 30 boats were destroyed. Hours later, members of the arson bomb squad found a man hiding in one of the boats. He was arrested on suspicion of arson and will be booked into jail after being treated at a hospital. The Zags are waking up in Sin City this morning as they prepare for their Sweet 16 matchup versus UCLA later today. After cutting things close versus TCU last time out, the Bulldogs and Bruins are running back their 2021 nail-biter that ended with Jalen Suggs sinking the game-winning bucket to send Gonzaga to the national championship. And despite a 20-point victory over UCLA last year in the exact same building they're playing in today, the Zags are still 1.5-point underdogs as they attempt to go for their fourth Elite Eight appearance in 6 years.
All right, folks, a little bit less sunshine today. We do have some showers in our areas, and we're going to see windy conditions today. So right now we're seeing a little bit of shower activity along the Blue Mountain region and a few cells here and there. We do expect to see scattered showers this morning, and then as we get to the later afternoon to evening hours. We also have a winter weather advisory for our mountain regions. The Blues, 6 to 10 inches possible in the upper elevations, 6 to 21 inches possible in the Cascades. That's above 2,500 feet. It's from later this morning until Saturday morning. So keep an eye out on conditions if you're headed over the pass. Current temperatures, we are very warm this morning, mid-40s for most of our areas, a couple upper 30s. We do expect, though, to be a little bit off our highs from yesterday today, and we're going to cool down quite a bit by our weekend. We also have a wind advisory, save for Ellensburg and Yakima areas, 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, 45 mile per hour gusts. That will start this evening until very, very early tomorrow morning. So our current wind action, we do have some double digits, already 19 in Hermiston. The heavier winds right now, mid-Columbia and Blue Mountain region, and they're just going to build up as we move along in the day. So our highs, mid-50s for the Yakima Valley, 51 for Ellensburg. In the mid-Columbia, we're in the mid to upper 50s, and over in the Blue Mountain region, we're right where we were yesterday in those mid-50s. So folks, windy today, seeing occasional showers in the morning and then the early evening to late afternoon. And folks, a little bit cooler today. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5.